It's blooming.
Hey, is this thing on?
All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Are We Recording? And today we have got Marcus, Jaysen, and Dev joining us. As always, the young Rottweiler, Ethan Hamilton.
Oh.
And I'm 007 Gage Sutton. And today we're going to talk Jay Breezy. And today we're going to talk a little bit about the NBA Finals and recap what kind of happened in the Western and the Eastern Conference Finals. And I'm sure we all have a lot of thoughts about what's going on here, but we should start with the man of the hour, birthday boy, just turned 21, Ethan Hamilton, man. Had a great day on your birthday party. We'll have an episode coming out pretty soon where we recap everything that happened that night.
And we are gonna be the feds. A lot of y'all is getting indicted on that episode.
We should do a round table, like all of us come on and just talk about that. That'd be
Let's do it, because we did it with Ace's party with Marcus.
I'm telling you, we should have an episode. Everybody just comes on and just talks about that night.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so. I don't think it's crazy to say that night was a success, right?
Hey, it was a movie, right? And it wasn't no
more. It wasn't Morbius.
But there have been some great successes in Ethan's life. Recently, the Dallas Mavericks, not as successful, losing in 5 to the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. But Ethan, let's start with you, man. How are you feeling about the Dallas Mavericks and Luka Doncic, man?
Hey, man, we have white Jesus. We're never gonna fail, man. He is the God's truth. I'm just happy we made the conference finals. I'm not gonna lie. Like I didn't see us making the conference finals at all this year. I said, I remember telling Dev and Jaysen that was best case scenario of if niggas got hurt, we'd have made the Western Conference Final. But to see us actually play good enough to win the Western, or not win the Western Conference, but make it to the Western Conference Finals and beat Phoenix, I thought was pretty dope.
False prophet, man. That was actually a false. You calling him white Jesus is purely a false prophet. He's more than a Santa Claus, man. I mean, he's not that good, dude.
He's just white James Harden. Am I right?
White James Harden. He's a white James Harden. That's literally what he is.
He'll never win anything playing that offense.
Yeah, bro, you cannot be that ball dominant, and Luka cannot be that great unless he's that ball dominant. That's why I don't like when people compare him to LeBron, because LeBron lifts his teammates up. Luka ain't doing enough lifting, man. His game don't allow that much lift because he gots to get his. Luka has to go out there and drop 40.
And Marcus, I think that's a great point. Probably not the lifting you were talking about, but he probably does need to get in the gym and work on his athleticism, because I feel like that would take his game to a whole nother level. If Dev just said fat ass. I mean,
you won't run out of gas.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets in better shape athletically and he's able to run with these guys.
Something, but he ain't got that. If you got that dog in you, or you don't.
So you saying Luka don't got that dog in him?
Hey, I think Luka got some dog in him.
I do too.
The offense is just that the team isn't constructed right, man. That offense is never gonna win. Look at James Harden.
I agree with you to a certain extent. I think that one thing that Luka could add, especially in the offseason, is just start coming to the season ready to go. Don't wait 2 months in to prove that you're a top 5 player in the world. You can just come to Gate doing that. But I think really just off ball. Can he get a little better off ball? And I you guys tell me if I'm being biased or not. I thought he made a big improvement in playing off ball and letting the reins control the reins off to Brunson and did what he did in previous years against the Clippers.
My thing with playing off ball is he don't play off ball. He just stands there. He lets them do what they do. That's not playing off ball. That's standing and watching and hoping something else happens. You're not doing anything on offense. You're not setting no screens. You're not setting no back screens. You're not going to set a flare. You're not doing nothing. You're just standing there.
To be fair, though, that's kind of what Dallas runs, though. Dallas.
That is what they run. It's a bunch of ISO.
He not the only one that does it.
Yeah.
Harden did it, dude. Harden was very bad at that, man. Take it from me. I'm saying this is identical to the Rockets. So it's just but I think Luka is so much further ahead than Harden was at that 2015 season, I believe. Yeah. And I think all Dallas really needs to do is if you can just get a second star or just a viable big man I think they can make some noise. That team, y'all had a good constructed team. Niggas just was missing shots. There's nothing you can do about that. But
Yeah, and I mean
that's the problem though.
Yeah.
Like y'all rely too much on threes. Y'all need a whole new offensive scheme. That's what y'all need, and that comes with another star.
I think we figured it out too late. I'm not gonna lie. Like in that game 5, like us going to the rack, especially in the second half, like we figured it out too late. Like we needed that game 2 when we were up 14, or what was it, 19 in the second half? Like,
but that's y'all offense. Y'all offense is living down by the 3.
No, I agree. Like I agree totally. I was looking at our roster. I'm like, bro, I'm not even mad at our roster. We got a good, like the guys showed up this year. Like
the roster fits the play style. It's just the play style don't work. The roster fits the play style.
Yeah, and I was like, bro, like Vinny Smith played a good playoffs. Cleveland played a good playoffs. Brunson and Dinwiddie played a good playoffs. Like, a part of me thinks like if we didn't draft Josh Green and we had Desmond Bane instead, it probably would have helped us so much. Like, imagine Desmond Bane and imagine like a healthy Hardaway instead of having Frank Ntilikina. I'm not gonna lie, he played way better than I thought he was. He played way better. He didn't play great or good, but imagine like instead of
a whole lot of shots.
Yeah, he shot it way too much. But instead of imagine instead of Frank, he didn't play good defense. But instead of Frank Ntilikina and Josh Green, we had Desmond Bane and Tim Hardaway. Like it would have made a difference for sure. But I mean, I do agree that the Warriors were the better team. Like I'm not even trying to hate or nothing like that.
But to me, I don't even think they were that much better, though.
I don't think they were that much better.
If y'all just get, like, I'm telling you, if you just get Zach LaVine and, like you said, Luka learns to operate off ball more. James Harden came around to off ball. He's still not good at it, but he's better. If y'all just get like Zach LaVine, y'all be good to me. I think that's fine.
You got to lose weight to operate off ball, though.
I don't think you can win a championship playing that kind of.
I think you can, though. I mean, everything's gonna have to go right, and you're gonna
everything has to go right.
Exactly.
So that's why
that means you have to have no shooting slumps. That doesn't happen.
You're like that. Right. You're relying on the stars to align. Like, and I get that. Like, that's how it is, but you can't rely on just every night living and dying by.
You can't rely on 40% from deep every night. You can't rely on it.
Like, come on now.
You're gonna go cold. It happens. Shooters shoot and shooters go cold. That can't be your offense every night.
But I think a general outlook for the team, I got to say, I was impressed with Jason Kidd's first season in Dallas. Yes. I wasn't sure how the fit was going to work after.
Way better. Me, Jason, and Dev said this. We were like skeptical at first because we're like we probably could have got somebody better. But hey, my whole thing was like if Lucas signed off on it, I can't complain. That's the guy he wanted. Hey, and so far it looks good.
Hey, but the thing is, that's been the story with the Mavericks. There were a bunch of moves that we were all skeptical about, including the Jason Kidd hire, and then also the Dinwiddie trade. Everyone was like, why would you trade for Spencer Dinwiddie? But he ended up being a good piece, a better piece than what Kristaps would have been for you guys further into the playoffs. So, I think just trust the process. That's Joel Embiid's thing, but it really is just kind of let Luka find himself, work the offense, and I think you do have to change the play style. You can't win championships or become a dynasty with the style of play that they have. But let's move on. You got something else?
2 questions. I know it's my team, but I don't want to take too long. I got 2 questions for y'all. Should Dallas, if they can get Brunson like under $25 million, should Dallas re-sign Jalen Brunson?
Yes.
No question.
Yes. He's a perfect third star. Not a third star, but a third scoring option.
Yeah.
Perfect third scoring option.
That's a smooth. You just can't have him be your 2. He
can't be your second option. He's the perfect third option, scoring wise.
It depends. Like I said, if y'all can get somebody like LaVine,
but y'all definitely need a second star.
I agree. My whole thing with LaVine, Dev, is like LaVine is better than Brunson. But if Brunson is giving you 25, like averaging 25, 26, like how he was this playoffs, LaVine's not gonna do that much more than that. On offense, at least. On offense.
I think the priority is getting a big guy. You guys definitely need another big man who can rebound, spread the floor.
You don't even need like a crazy big, bro. I'm telling you, if you get somebody just like a Jalen Smith, for crying out loud, dude, y'all would be okay. I'm saying Luka and
Christian Wood.
JaVale McGee. If y'all just get somebody like that, bro, because Dwight Powell
rim protected.
Facts. Like, and I love Dwight Powell. He played a lot better. He was awful that Golden State series. Like, Kevon Looney ate his lunch every single game.
Luka's one of those guys that can get centers paid, man. But you don't need a crazy center. I mean, you just need somebody, like you said, rim run, block the protect the paint, you're good. That's all you need. You don't need nobody crazy to me, but you do need a second star. Whether that be a big, I prefer it not be a big. You just get a cheap big like JaVale McGee or somebody like that. And y'all, I'm telling you, bro, y'all be cooking. Y'all be cooking, man.
So that lends me to my second question is like, if Dallas needs a big, who should we get? Because honestly, we're probably not going to get Gobert. We'll probably or Bam or one of those guys. It'll probably have to be in the tier below. Does Ayton get it done?
I think Ayton gets it done. I'm telling you. For sure. You don't need nobody crazy.
Championship?
Marcus, what do you think?
Yeah,
honestly,
I think Ayton.
I think me and Marcus is thinking the same thing. Like,
I don't think it's enough, man. Like, I don't think
it's not enough.
Like, that's
scoring's not the issue. Scoring's not the issue from the big man.
Y'all need defense.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even say defense. Yeah. I mean rim protection. Y'all need rim protection
and rebounding.
Yes. And rebounding. And Ayton does both of those things well and can get you a bucket when he needs to, though.
But Ayton goes soft every once in a while.
Yeah. I mean,
Ayton doesn't get rebounds like that. Ayton doesn't get rebounds like that, dog. Like when you
but there aren't very many like elite rebounders in the league that you guys can get your hands on. You just got to find a good mix of rim protection, rebounding, a little bit of scoring. And for me, I know he's probably not a realistic option now, but I thought Miles Turner would have been a great fit for Dallas.
Perfect fit for Dallas.
The thing with Turner is he can't play like the 80-game season. Like he's too injury prone. He's too injury prone. Yeah. I'd rather Turner than Ayton. But Turner's just too injury prone.
Yeah. Okay, so let's switch sides and let's talk about the runner-up in the Eastern Conference, the Miami Heat, who lost a thrilling 7-game series to the Boston Celtics. Come down to the last shot with Jimmy Butler shooting a 3, which I know Ethan, you said you weren't too mad at the shot, but let's just talk about Miami and their season right now.
Apologies is made.
I was about to clap for
Jaysen
Jimmy.
Collins and Devin Glass. Apologies need to be made.
But he's still not better than Tatum.
I'll fess up too, man. I'll fess up too. I was saying that Jimmy Butler was overrated and that Jayson Tatum was. Yeah, I don't think he's top 10 either. But I was saying that. I was saying Tatum was head and shoulders better than Jimmy Butler. That's not the case anymore, man. I think Jimmy Butler was like
Jimmy Butler was the best player of that series. Jimmy Butler was the best player of that series.
I mean, he dropped 2 duds game 4 and 5.
But he did drop 2 duds game 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Tatum also dropped a dud in game 2s. And was
what did Tatum even do this series, bro? Like he really.
Jaylen Brown was better than Tatum this series.
He was having some silent games, right? Like when you looked at the stats, he was like, "Damn!" Like I mean, he put up a few points.
He did nothing that stood out.
He had 30 game 6, and I thought he had 20 or less. He had 30. Like
it was like silent. He had like silent games.
Very silent 30.
I bet the efficiency was shit.
Hey, Jaysen. Jaylen Brown was hooping this series. He played way better this series than he did against Milwaukee.
His little
turnover machine, bro. He can't dribble.
Strange game became lethal out of nowhere.
Yeah,
but see, that's my thing. What did Jaylen Brown do this series? Like I said,
he was shooting really well.
Bro, like to me, just like Marcus said it perfectly. It was silent. Like to me, I just felt like I nothing stood out to me. Like Jimmy Butler was the best player to me. He stood out.
No, Jimmy Butler was clearly the best player this
year.
You
could feel him. You saw him like working. I just like, what did Jaylen Brown and Tatum do? I mean,
well, I think it also, you kind of have to put a little bit more emphasis on Jimmy Butler's performances because his biggest game came when they were down 3-2 in the series and they needed a win to stay in it. So I think that's a big reason why I think we're talking about Jimmy Butler, but I think Tatum and Brown both played really good. But we'll talk about the Celtics in a minute. I want to ask y'all about the Heat.
Yeah. We'll talk about the
Celtics. Yeah, let me ask y'all about like, we talked about that Dallas has a bright future. As long as Luka's there, they've got the core building pieces. Where does Miami go from here? I mean, they've got older guys on their team. You've got Tyler Hero, but like is there a way that this team stays a championship contender for another 2-3 years?
I think as long as you have Jimmy, you'll be okay. But like you said, he's getting older. Lowry,
get rid of that fat boy Kyle Lowry.
Once you get them hamstring or groin injuries, you're toast. I mean, we look at James Harden. Hero is I think if they had Hero, they probably win the series. It's just unfortunate he got hurt.
Agreed.
But damn, what was I going to say?
Real quick though, Lowry played horrendous to start the series. He didn't play.
Lowry was hot garbage.
He picked it up game
game 6. He played really good, and last night he shot horrendously in the first half.
Oh yeah, I know what I was saying.
He was way better in the second half. Like he was drawing fouls left and right. He was doing what Marcus Smart was doing, but it like had more effect. You know what I'm saying? Like
Bam is suspect, man. Bam is suspect. I thought he was him.
I thought
Bam is suspect.
He played great last night though. He played
very great last night, but he's not him.
The thing with Bam is I just feel like he's not aggressive enough sometimes. Like it just looks like he doesn't look to get his own shot sometimes. And it's just kind of looking to pass it out and let other guys take shots. I want to see him be a little more aggressive on the offensive side of the ball and try finding his own shot because
gotta get a bag for that.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't necessarily think he needs to get that. Like he's so elite defensively that like for him to join that Jokic, the Embiid tier and sort of Cat. You guys know how I feel about Cat, but like them 3 tiers of centers and escape from like the Rudy Goberts and the Aytons is that he needs that mid range. Like if he can get that mid range, the pick and pop, he'll start averaging.
He was hitting it one game. What game was that?
The game Robert Williams was out was the game he was hitting it.
He had dropped like 30.
Yeah, I think he dropped 30, 31 or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think he needs pick and pop. He just needs to be aggressive.
Yeah.
If you're aggressive, you get foul calls. You're 6'10". Go to the cup, man.
Yeah.
Why are you
that's what he did last game. That's what he did last game.
He had 25.
I mean, credit to my guy, Victor Oladipo, coming off the several injuries he's had. I thought he played okay for his standards. He's a bench player now. I thought he was okay. I really don't know where he can go from here, man. I think they'll just be a perennial second, third round team. I don't think they'll ever make it over the hump nowadays.
Marcus, how does it feel that another year goes by and none of Zai's teams have won a championship? How does that make you feel, man?
Hey, man, as long as I don't have to see that face happen, I know that, like, my day is going to be good. Because whenever I have to wake up and start the day hearing him screaming, Hemi Butler, 1,000 times outside of your door, it just feels good when it's silent,
And they was cooking his ass. He was getting cooked in a group chat, man.
No, he's broken. He's broken.
Hey, Marcus, you know the thing was, I saw y'all was kicking, over the Golden State and Dallas series. And as soon as the Miami series got closer and closer to the games, hey, don't you think it's a coincidence he quit betting money? Don't you think it's a coincidence he stopped doing it? The math ain't mathing.
I give credit to Miami, man. I thought it was over in 6.
Yeah.
They pushed to 7.
I ain't gonna lie, Jimmy showed me something, but I mean,
he's him, bro. Jimmy's him.
He's him.
He's not top 10 in the NBA, but in the playoffs, he's probably top 7, top 8.
Top 8.
I don't know about 5.
I say 5.
Who said you said he's top 5 in the NBA?
He might be
in the playoffs.
In the playoffs,
in the playoffs, maybe top 5 in the playoffs.
Yeah.
In the playoffs.
In the playoffs, think about it.
Hey, last year didn't happen though. Last year didn't happen.
Let's say the 5. Say your 5, Ethan.
That I think are clearly better than him in the playoffs in the past. Like, ever since he's been in Miami, I'm just
no. We're just talking about these playoffs, right?
Oh, these playoffs?
I think these playoffs.
I was talking about just the playoffs in general.
These playoffs, he's been 2. In these playoffs, he's been 2.
Oh, he's top 5 these playoffs. I'm talking about in general though.
In general,
he's not top 5 playoff.
Okay, let me say names that I think are better. Braun.
Yeah.
Giannis.
Yeah.
Yep.
Luka. Kawhi. And then him.
Kawhi. No. Steph?
Steph hasn't been better than him this playoff.
Oh my God! Come on.
Steph
is a front runner. He's a front runner.
Steph's been better than him this playoffs.
We're not talking about these playoffs.
Are you talking about in the playoffs?
We're talking about playoffs.
No,
Steph
is a front runner, man. He let Clay and them cook, and then when the game's blown out, then he start hooping. That don't move me.
Give me KD. KD's a better playoff performer. Give me KD.
KD's not a better playoff performer than Jimmy.
Yeah,
not of recently. Not of recently, no.
I don't know,
if we're just going off of this year, we could also take away.
If we're going off recently, before this playoff run, didn't he win 2 MVPs back-to-back, final MVPs?
I said of recent. That was like 5 years ago.
I ain't gonna hold you. Last season,
I'm talking about like last 3 years. Last 3 years.
Wasn't he hurt like the past 2 years?
KD?
Wait,
KD played last year in the playoffs.
He wasn't better than Jimmy Butler this year? Last year, right?
Last year he was better than Jimmy Butler.
Last year he was.
The year before that, Jimmy was better than him, and it wasn't close. But KD didn't play. You're right.
He didn't play. Yeah.
Yeah, but
the year before that, KD was hooping.
That don't take away nothing from Jimmy though. Bro, he took them to
the
finals.
Not at all.
I understand what you're trying to say. I agree with you. To me, maybe it's recency bias. I feel like Jimmy is top 5 in the playoffs.
I think consensus is just we need to put a little. Yeah, I think so too. 7 sounds fair to me, but I think consensus is just
7's fair.
Yeah, I think the consensus should just be we all think Jimmy Butler played very well, and if there were any doubts about him, I think he shut him down for the most part. We got a whole nother season coming up next year, but I'm just interested to see like where Miami goes from here.
I got one quick question about Jimmy before we focus like on the team.
Oh hell!
Is Jimmy Butler a top 3 Heat player of all time?
No.
Dwayne Wade,
LeBron,
and then him. Is it who's higher, him or Alonzo Mourning?
Alonzo Mourning probably. Did Alonzo Mourning win a chip?
I gotta think.
In 06,
I think he did.
But Alonzo Mourning also had Shaq and Wade with him.
Yeah.
I don't
know. How many years he been with Miami? 3?
3 or 4.
I can't say that.
Not yet.
Not
yet. Okay.
Not yet.
I'll put Udonis over him, man.
Hey, people were clowning Udonis Haslem on Twitter too. Y'all see him like walking out of the locker room with his hands on his head, and people were like,
was hilarious, bro.
They be hating, man.
That tweet was hilarious, man. They said, "Yeah, the series ain't over yet after Game 7."
He said, "You broke the code, Draymond. What the fuck is the code, Udonis? What's the code?"
No, I was talking about the one where he's like walking back to the locker room after the loss in Game 7, and they were like,
I know which one you're talking about.
They're acting like he played the whole game.
Man. I love that roster spot, man, and go become a coach.
Hey, that's basically what he is, though. He's like a chemistry guy. You know,
but my thing is, sign him up to a real spot as a coach, man. Get that roster spot to a youngin.
We can't talk about the Heat without talking about the guy Max Strus, man. Max Strus is him, man.
Hey,
he's good.
I bet on him 2 games in a row. He gave me duds.
Hey, Jaysen, he got a warrant out, right? He owe you some money.
Marcus, what are you
from deep? You doing that?
Marcus, what do you think about Strus, man? And what do you think about the Heat?
The Heat, I think the Heat was the grittiest team in the NBA, but I just think in nowadays grit doesn't win you anything. So I think they got right to where they should have, and they should have lost. And if they would have made it to the finals, then I think we would have seen another like Dallas type series where we're just depending on one player on offense to do everything, and you just can't do that versus the Warriors, and it would have been a fun series. So I'm glad that the Celtics won, so at least we can see 6 or 7 games this season.
Yeah, and we'll get to all that. We'll get to all of that because I definitely want to talk about that Celtics Warriors series. I want to hear y'all's predictions on that. But one last thing about Miami. There are a couple contracts on there that I think they should be taking a look at dropping or trading. It's going to be hard to. But the first name that pops up is Duncan Robinson.
Facts.
He was atrocious these playoffs. He's terrible defensively, and when his shot is not falling, he's practically worthless on that court.
Unplayable.
Yeah.
He's unplayable.
And he's making a shit ton of money, too.
$90 million.
He is not an NBA player when his jumper isn't falling.
Yep.
You might as well be playing with us at Texas State Rec.
I think he gets moved. I think they're gonna move on from him.
Hey, do you my whole
Strus is better than him.
Yes.
Hey, Duncan Robinson seems like a Lakers kind of guy right now.
Chill.
Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook for Duncan Robinson.
Russell Westbrook would have got them better than Kyle Lowry did.
Yes, I think so too.
I think he goes to Sacramento.
I think that's what they missed. Like I think Marcus kind of hit it like the nail on the head. Is like the Heat is like I think in sort of similar situation in Dallas in the sense the only difference is like they're a lot older. You know what I'm saying? But like they just don't have star power. Like I think everybody realizes how good of a player Bam is. Bam isn't a number 2. He's a 3.
Yeah, their window's closing. I think their window's closing very quickly. Like Dallas is gonna have as long as Luka is there. They're going to be in championship talks. They're going to be in the playoffs. Miami's got to figure out what they're going to do because, like we said, aging superstar in Jimmy Butler. We know Bam's not really that 2 guy, and you've got some fat, bad contracts. So I'm interested to see like how Miami's going to recourse. They do a really good job of drafting and finding good signings and free agencies. So we'll just have to see. But
Wait, one more shout out, man. Shout out to I don't really fuck with him no more, but shout out to PJ Tucker. I think he
sold that game 7. He was horrendous game 7.
What?
He was hurt.
Jimmy sold. Shooting that, bro. That 3 was awful.
Horrible
What the hell are you
I don't hate it, bro. If I got
I get what you're saying, bro. Like,
I'm
to me,
35, like if I got 35 and I'm cooking, bro. Like,
but let's be real, bro. You got Al Horford
from deep.
I'm shooting that, bro.
You gotta shoot it, though.
Everybody's shooting that shot. Gage is shooting that shot if he got 35 and 10. If Devin Glass got 35 and 10 in the game 7, you shooting that with 45 seconds left to go. You're shooting too, Jaysen Scholar.
I am shooting that because I can shoot.
Oh, bro.
I'm shooting that.
You down by 2 is 1v1. Go to the cup and try to get a foul, bro. Do what you do best.
And the crazy thing, they're going to give it to you. The refs.
They're going to give him a foul. They're going to. If you attack him hard, they're going to give you a foul. Why take a 3-pointer? You not that good at 3-pointers. With 45 seconds left.
I hear that. Like, IQ-wise, there's a better play. But I'm not mad. Everybody wants that moment. I'm not mad at him.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's the
everybody
moment.
Wants that
everybody
shot.
Wants that.
But he's not that guy.
But he's showing us this whole playoffs.
But like, bro, the thing is frustrating because, bro, somebody had hit a 3. I think it was Strus hit a big ass 3. They were getting stops. They were getting stops, and then he just had the Nita shoot a 3.
Hey,
why?
Hold on. I'm with you, but for like they had like 3-4 minutes like where Boston couldn't score. Boston couldn't buy a shot, and Boston was choking. They were choking bad. If Jimmy wasn't the one shooting and nobody else was making the shot, like they only scored I think like 12 points in those like 3 minutes. Like, and that wasn't a lot for me. If you're getting like stops every single play and you're only scoring 12 points in 3 minutes, bro, like come on. Like you gotta do better.
I have no problem with Jimmy taking a shot. But you're on a fast break, it's you and Al Horford. Why are you taking a pull-up 3?
I think, like you just said, man, it's just he wanted that moment. The crowd was just, bro. The crowd was hyped.
The hot hand.
They was just waiting.
Another thing I heard was he was tired. Like he don't think he had it in him to compete for another 5 minutes in overtime. Which I get that then.
Nah, I don't think these guys with 40 seconds left they thinking about that. Honestly,
maybe.
I don't know, man. Like
he played 48 minutes. He played 48 minutes.
Like, you do. I feel like they kind of do because when you tired. Like,
because I be thinking about that. I be like, bro, I don't feel like playing him. I'm going for the win. Game over.
And not on that fast break. Like on that fast break, he's not thinking I'm not trying to play 5 minutes to overtime. I don't buy that.
Nah, but he's trying to be a hero, man.
It's still
it is. Hey, and I cannot hate.
It's in his head though. It's like, bro, I don't know if I can play another 5 minutes. He's thinking that subconsciously.
Yeah, you're not like you don't like. It's not easy. You right, Ethan? Like it's not he didn't consciously think like, oh, I'm tired. Let me shoot this. But
that's what I'm saying. Like he didn't.
That's what his body did. He's like, bro,
I
can't do this.
But that's what a lot of those end of games is like. Man, I don't want to go to overtime. Let me game this. And I'm not gonna lie. When that shot went up, I said he laced it.
I thought it was going in too.
I said he laced it, and I can't even hate. And if he would have made that too, we would have had different combos. We'd have had different combos about who he is.
But
that's the thing, though. You got to make the shots. He had him combo.
Agreed.
He didn't hit the shot.
Agreed.
And instead,
he didn't hit
the shot. And instead, Jayson Tatum and the Boston Celtics are moving on to the NBA Finals for the first time, I think, since the Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce teams, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
This
is the first time the Celtics have been in the finals. So I'm really excited. I'm a big Jayson Tatum fan. I've been preaching that he's been better than Jimmy Butler. Maybe I was a little early on that, but he really, maybe I'm not early, right on time, maybe. Exactly. But Jaylen Brown obviously showed out. Al Horford had a resurgence in these Eastern Conference Finals, and throughout the playoffs, he was very good. So let's start with Boston in the finals. What do y'all think of them? How do they match up against Golden State, and just overall outlook on their season?
They match up very well.
Yeah.
I mean, Golden State hasn't seen a complete team like them all playoffs. They played against the hurt Denver Nuggets. They played against the young Grizzlies team, and they played against
a hurt jaw.
A hurt jaw. I mean, I think they win with Ja, without Ja, whatever.
Yeah.
But they played against the heliocentric offense of Luka. They haven't seen a complete team like the Celtics, man. I think Celtics in 7.
Ooh, that's tough. I don't know.
I'm honestly on board with that. I think so too.
I got Celtics in 7.
Are y'all both of y'all really?
Yeah, I'm going Celtics in 7.
We're gonna do our picks at the end of this. But I get what you're saying. Like, as a complete wise, it is. And my whole thing with the Warriors is, like, they got tested in certain situations, right? They got tested in, what was it? They have game 2 or game 3 against Memphis. Jaw 40, and they won the game. And Steph and Clay and all them were MIA in the fourth quarter. Dallas's shooters was just off too much, and I think Curry did a really good job with Kevon Looney and Wiggins, like with the rebounding.
Looney's gonna be a non-factor this series.
He's not gonna do nothing this series.
Like, and that's the thing about Boston is defensively, they have guys who can guard positions 1 through 5, like, and they can switch off whenever they need to. I think Boston is going to cause a lot of defensive problems for Golden State, and might have Steph Curry, throwing some fits in a couple games if his shots aren't falling.
Bro, the Warriors, they already turnover prone, even without good defensive teams.
Yes.
Boston is the best defensive team they're going to see, so turnovers are going to be coming left and right, from my thinking.
Okay. I think this is the pressure for guys like, again, this is Tatum, Brown, and Marcus Smart. Can they continue to get you, each of them, 20 a night? Each of them got to get you 20 a night.
They battle tested, man. They've been in the trenches with Bron. They battle tested, man.
I think they are battle tested.
Hey, I think they're battle tested too. But when we're talking about the Golden State Warriors,
yes,
they got championships, man. They've been in the lights, and
I think that we are all underestimating those 3 light skins from the Bay Area. They really do this shit. They have like Jordan Poole came right along, joined the team, and they have all proved that they really do this shit. And there's just been too many times where it's been too many times where Steph and Clay and Dre have already proved it. And if we just saw the Celtics go at it with the Heat like that, and we can all admit that the Heat are nowhere near as good as a team as the Warriors, and the Heat was able to push them to the brink, I think the Warriors got in the 6.
They missed Marcus Smart 2 games, I think. They missed Robert Williams a few games, right?
To be fair, the Heat also
the Heat were injured.
The Heat missed Hero.
I'm saying like they was missing players too, though.
Butler's playing with a bum knee the rest of the way.
Jaysen Tatum was hurt.
Hero's their second option. Really.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Hero was a big piece missing. Now, take it from a Rockets fan, man. The Warriors.
My thing, and also I got to give heads up, like, Steph, man, he's been really, really, I say the word consistent this playoffs. He's played like good he hasn't had the high explosion games that we thought, like, that we usually get, like, in every one of these playoffs, like, but he's been very consistent. I think the Dallas series, he didn't really go crazy. Like, he just played good all around. Like,
he gave you like 30, how many times? Like 3 times that series? Gave you 30 points, I think.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing about Steph is that he's grown so much as a player.
But two of the games he dropped a dud. Like game 5 he dropped a dud. Game 4 he dropped a dud. Like,
yeah. But that's the thing is, like, I feel like Steph Curry can have a game like that, and he's grown enough as a player to where he'll still have an impact on the game, even if his shot's not falling. He's just a veteran leader presence in that locker room and on the court that even if his shot's not falling, he can count on Jordan Poole to get a look for Jordan Poole.
Also really good this playoffs. Like, it's been really good.
He turned into Rajon Rondo against the Mavericks.
Yes, he did. He was good, man. Yep. I think the key to this series
that boy had like 12 rebounds one game.
Yes,
boy. What?
He had as much as Luka won that one game. I was like, bro, no, I was sick, bro. Me and Travis was so sick. Like,
that's what I'm saying. I think
he's consistent.
And they finna have Gary Payton's back. They Moses Moody is hooping again.
Steve Kerr made the bright idea to throw Damian Lee out the rotation and put Moody like how he should have been all series.
Oh my
man! If they keep 30 under wraps, man, it could get spooky for Golden State.
It can.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Even if they do, I think Jordan Poole and all those other guys.
Jaysen, the thing is,
he's not battle tested. He's not battle tested.
But the guy that's battle tested.
Klay Thompson, that nigga
he's been there. I'll put it like this: he's been there. He's been pretty consistent. Like,
he's had like 3 good games.
Nah, he played a good series against Denver. He played mid against he didn't start playing good in Memphis until the second half when John.
Klay Thompson don't.
He played good against Dallas. Like, bro,
He's a
been
shot
playing
chucker.
good. He is a shot
He's a
chucker.
shot
One of the
chucker.
best ones ever.
And see,
One of the
the
best
thing
ones
is-
ever.
Wiggins,
that's
put
the
some
thing.
respect on Wiggins' name, man.
Hey, Wiggins has been playing very good, but I want to go back to Klay
Wiggins been
Thompson.
better than
real quick.
Klay Thompson.
I agree with that.
Um,
I agree with that.
I think the Dallas recency bias is he played great in that Dallas series. He
I
didn't
agree
do
with
anything
that.
the other two series.
Yeah, I mean the thing about
Klay
Klay
Thompson
Thompson
had one good game against y'all, man.
His points be coming in halves though. They don't be coming in like full games. That's the thing.
15,
What's missing
15,
out.
19, 12, 32. He had one good game.
Bro,
I think
he's been consistent, man. He's been playing good.
If
I
the
think
other
you're
boys are
looking too much
hooping,
at when
I don't
he's
think you
getting
need
the
much out of him.
You don't need much more than that.
Yeah, I think you don't need too much out of him. If Steph if Steph is on,
The
If Steph
thing with
getting you
Klay Thompson,
if Steph getting you 25, Poole gonna get you like 15, 18. If Klay can get you 18, like how he's basically been doing, like
My
Wait,
thing,
the Warriors are
Udoka
good.
is a good coach, man. He's
he
gonna make
is.
everybody but 30 beat them.
Steve Kerr's a good coach too.
He's gonna make
he'll
everybody
find-
but 30 beat them, man.
Marcus, you got something, bro?
Nah.
I
Well,
underestimated the Warriors, man. I didn't think
Yeah,
they would make it this far.
I did too. And the thing about Klay Thompson, bro, and I want to circle back to him because this matchup against Boston is very interesting. Jaysen mentioned the shot chucking, and that's going to be a big thing here. They're going to be very good defensively. So if Klay Thompson is just taking shot chucking, basically, this could turn into a 7-game series very quickly. But
Klay
again,
Thompson's
Golden
not the
State,
only one. Klay Thompson's
No, but
he's
that's
not
my
the only
thing.
one.
You can say
Yeah,
the same about them boys up in Boston.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why we're acting like that
They
Boston
did-
is going to go out there and just put up. They don't have enough on offense. I think that Kuminga and all them and Clay are going to play good defense, man.
It's the turn-
Hey,
Marcus, I think
and
you're right.
then
I think
that-
it's the turnovers. It's who's going to turn the ball over. Ball more? Is it going to be Draymond and Steph going to turn the ball more over, or is it going to be Tatum and Brown? Who's going to turn
Tatum
the ball
and
more over?
Brown. It's gonna be Tatum and Brown.
Bro,
Brown can't dribble. He can't dribble.
He can't dribble. I want to see what Draymond do against this defense, bro. Like,
Yeah.
he can't
Draymond
be a
got-
complete non-factor. He can't be a complete non-factor.
No, but
Yeah.
he's not been that this playoffs. Draymond's been really good this playoffs.
I don't know.
Hey, no offense.
He could be a turnover machine. I'll tell you that. If he turns into a turnover machine, Draymond, they are in trouble.
Hey, no offense. The Mavericks aren't the Celtics.
No, but the Mavericks are a good defensive team.
The Celtics are way better than y'all on defense.
Yeah. So it really is going to be a team game, and I'm interested to see what's going to happen with that. But we've talked about it on the podcast before. Turn those lights off. Turn those lights off. It might get too bright for those young guys, man. I'm interested to see how Jayson Tatum.
Which young guys?
They are
I'm talking about Tatum
battle-tested.
and Brown.
They are
I
battle-tested.
know they're battle tested, but they're going against a dynasty in the Golden State Warriors.
That is true, but the Poole can't let the lights get to him. Poole, Wiggins, they can't.
Yeah,
They don't
him
need
too.
them two. Them two going to be needed.
I trust Tatum and Brown over Wiggins and Poole, man.
Me too.
I
Yeah, I do.
I
do
don't.
too.
I really don't. Jordan
I don't
Poole
know
showed me
about that.
something. Poole has showed me something, man. The
Oh,
lights
Poole
don't
moves
affect
me.
him.
Poole moves me.
Poole
Poole.
moves me.
He travels every play, but I'll say that for another. He travels
And,
every play. He
and
travels
Andrew
every play.
Wiggins, he's mean to me, but he moves me.
Andrew Wiggins has to be aggressive. Like if Andrew Wiggins can go at Tatum and Brown, like how he was Luka, especially early in the series,
He won't.
he's going to, and he won't. I don't think he will. I think Steph and them put the battery in his pack for one series. I don't think they're gonna be able to do it again.
Hey, that light-skinned fella in Boston is different, man.
Tatum?
What?
Different.
He is
Different.
He is very good. He
He's
is
good, but like,
if Wiggins can just be aggressive, he don't because Wiggins is gonna. If he's aggressive, he's too talented. He is.
Are you talking about Maple Jordan, man?
Wiggins is
Man.
too talented on offense that if he's just aggressive, even how great defensively Tatum is, he's gonna get you 20. If he's aggressive, he'll get you 20.
Yeah.
his co-partner is a fucking mid, bro. He tricked niggas. Jaylen Brown tricked people. He tricked me. He's not that good. He's not that
Hey,
good.
hold on.
The thing with Jaylen
I
Brown
was
is,
telling
bro,
y'all said look at the highlights. I told you I watched the game.
he's good. Like
This is,
Jaylen Brown is
this is
good.
what Jaylen Brown did in the playoffs, right? For game 1, 24-10-3. Game 2, 24-8-3.
Hey, can you say
Game-
shooting splits while you at it, bro?
7 for 17, 9 for 17. Game 3, 40-9-1. He was 14 for 20. Game 5, the only bad game he had this series, 12-7-2 on 5 for 20. That was game 4. Game 5, 25-4-1 and 10 of 19. Game 6, 26-5, 6 for 13. Game 7.
Okay.
24-6-6.
All right, he was efficient this series. I'll give him that.
He was better than Tatum this series.
Tatum's not that good.
I don't know, but no, he wasn't.
What did you just say, Dev?
Tatum, like they don't move me, man. Tatum.
He was not better than Tatum, man.
They're not
Go
that
look
good.
at the stats, man.
I've seen this movie many times. The Warriors.
My thing with Jaylen Brown is, bro, he got to simplify his game. You don't got to go 1v1, man. Get your stuff off catch and shoot, 1-2 dribbles, man. That's when he at his best, bro. Like, you don't got to try to dribble on everybody. You can't dribble. You don't got no handle, man.
All right.
He's one of the best players I've seen that don't got a handle.
I got a question for y'all, and we're definitely going to use this for a TikTok clip because this is going to cause some controversy. Does Steph Curry need a Finals MVP in this series to cement his legacy as the greatest point guard of all time?
Yes.
Yes.
He needs it?
Yes.
He needs one. He needs one, at least.
Magic got 3, I think 3 of them. So if he doesn't have any, like, I don't know how you can argue.
But
I understand the arguments because, like, he's supposed to have that one, that Iguodala guy. He's supposed to have that one, but he don't have it.
And then when it was time for him to get his get back, he was kind of the 4th best player in that second Cleveland run. And if they won that game, he would have never got it.
I don't know.
Marcus, you look like you're in disagreement, man.
He needs it though. Like to say that he needs it.
No, it needs it. Steph don't need nothing in his legacy. He's secure. He is who he is. Like he's one of the greatest ever. Gage is saying like to enter that echelon of like possibly being like a top. All right.
They already call him top 10 on Twitter right now, man.
I don't have Steph top 10.
Steph is top 10.
I don't have Steph top 10.
Especially if he wins the finals this year.
If he wins finals this year, I'll probably put him at 10.
And finals MVP?
Kobe, man.
He might be 10 if he wins the finals this year.
And the finals MVP too?
You're trying to instigate Devin Glass. Don't do this.
I swear they said he's better than Kobe. They're starting to say he's better than Kobe.
He has been saying that. I'm not. He's not lying. They've been saying
that. I'm glad
they said if he wins this one, it's time to have a conversation about Kobe. That's what they're saying on Twitter. I've seen it.
What do you say about that? Do you think you agree?
That is some of the worst stuff I've ever heard in my life. I don't need to pay it no attention. I don't need to pay it no attention.
I've seen talks about him. Him being up there with Bron.
And it's horrendous.
Like, bro, what are you doing?
I think as 4 black men like, on this 4 black men on this podcast, 4 men, I think we need to value like mental health like as men, you know what I mean? And some people are just losing their fucking minds saying shit like this. And you need to get checked out by doctors.
I saw that and I was like, bro,
saying shit like this.
If you really want to have a conversation, we can have a conversation. It's gonna get real spooky real quick for Steph Curry.
I'll put it like this. I'll put it like this, right? With Gage, me and Gage had this conversation. I was like, the 10 guy. I think there's clear 8, 9. Like on the greatest list, like if everybody did consensus, like we did a consensus, there's like 9, probably 10 guys already clear for Steph.
No, that's what I say. Who does he pass, man? I know it's a little bit off topic. Who does he pass?
He needs 2 of them.
I think he just needs 1.
He needs
maybe
2.
Russell Westbrook 1.0.
Oscar Robinson.
No, here. Who does he? All right, I'm gonna say names right in no order. All right.
Just yes or no. Just say yes.
Mike.
Or no.
All right. Is he better than Mike?
No.
Is he better than Bron?
No.
Is he better than Kobe?
Debatable.
No.
Man. I hate it, but it's kind of debatable.
That one is a little debatable.
It's not.
Well, the thing is, Kobe was so much better defensively too. We gotta think about that.
I'm talking about the consensus.
What he's doing, then I don't know. But right now, I give it to Kobe.
It's debatable. We could just keep going.
That's 3.
That's 3. Kareem.
No.
Magic.
No.
Bird.
If he gets the finals this year, the finals and a finals MVP,
I'm putting him over Bird.
Oh yeah,
I will put
him over Larry Bird.
Bird got 3 of them.
Bird not moving no needles nowadays, man.
Oh, come on.
It's other players y'all can take out other than Larry Bird and Magic.
Larry Bird is Joe Ingles in today's NBA.
Are y'all bumping down Hakeem Olajuwon, man?
Smart man. He's not over Tim Duncan. He's not over Keem. He's not over Larry. He's not over Larry Bird.
Yes, he is.
What about Bill?
So
What about Bill Walton?
You're playing a pickup game.
Bill Russell?
You got a pickup game for your life.
He's not
you got
over.
a pickup game for your life, and you go to like the Space Jam world, and you got Steph Curry.
Give me that white nigga. Give me that white nigga.
Bird was locking niggas up.
He was having niggas in hell.
You are a
He
dead
dropped
nigga.
the triple-double with his left hand.
With his left hand. Hey, Jaysen. And the
He
thing
dropped
was,
the triple-double with his left.
hey, Jaysen, the thing was that nigga was letting niggas know he was doing it too.
I think he had 40 that night too, if I'm not mistaken.
That was when he was, bro. Come on, bro.
No,
Like,
it wasn't.
this nigga lost the Finals MVP to Cedric Maxwell. Who the fuck is Cedric Maxwell, my nigga? Like, come on, bro. Let's really be
to
honest
be
with
fair,
ourselves.
Marcus, Steph lost
Steph lost Steph lost the finals MVP to Andre Iguodala. Iguodala.
Iggy is nothing but a role player, brother. We got to be real with ourselves, man.
Hey,
He was good though.
I think he could crack top 10 with a chip in the finals.
Okay, so let's. All right, I'm talking. So those five guys, right? Or so what is it? I was at five, right?
Yeah.
That he's not going to be ahead of on the consensus board, Marcus. He's not over Duncan.
Kobe's debatable, man. I'm
not
sorry.
debatable. It's not debatable. He's not over Duncan. He's not over Hakeem. He's not over Shaq. I know we hate as young guys.
Not over Shaq.
Wait. Let me ask this. If he wins this, how is he not over Duncan?
Oh, okay. You're tripping now. Shaq is a different story. He's over Shaq.
Shaq is not debate. Shaq was one of the most dominant players in the league at one point.
So was Duncan.
Oh,
what the hell?
Are you smoking?
Marcus, Tim Duncan was way more better than Shaq was.
Shaq had higher highs than Duncan, but Duncan's longevity lasted.
Yeah, and that's the thing is
played with the best coach and the best like we're come on.
Agreed.
Now.
Shaq also played with the best coach and the best player of the other best player of their
two top 3 shooting guards of all time.
Shaq has 4, right, or 5?
4.
And Duncan has 4.
5.
Yeah, Duncan's got 5.
And Duncan has 3.
Duncan was better than Shaq.
Duncan, how many finals MVP did Duncan have?
Duncan is better than Shaq.
I'm not mad at that, but those are and then the 2 old guys like Russell and Chamberlain, like he's not gonna be over
nobody
there.
count Chamberlain, man. He's
not gonna be over there. I know they're
old
old guys,
real.
but that's what, he's not real bad. Like he's an NPC. Like
He's not real.
When I watch Wilt's YouTube
He would've been
video,
him.
he fooled me a little bit because he looked like a really fast, like Bambi legged ass dude, man. Like, I think that might translate. Like the way that nigga run.
Will 2.0 is coming out next year. Victor Wembanyama, man. Trust the process.
Hey, he might be Will Chamberlain. But that's what I'm saying. Those 10 guys, even with a Finals MVP, he doesn't pass them.
So
But you could also
right now.
the thing is with
He's with him. He's anywhere from for me 11 to 13. 11 to 14. 11 to 14. I'll concede that I might be missing a name. Like
how many chips you got right now? 3 or 4?
3.
you got 3.
All those guys have 4+ chips, except for Hakeem.
And the thing is, like, I don't like to use this against Steph Curry because it wasn't really like his decision, but he did play with Kevin Durant. He does have Steve Kerr, who we think is a good coach, right? But you still got Klay Thompson, you still got Draymond Green. So
Gage,
I mean,
Gage,
I
can't use that.
I can't use that because Gage, look at all the other guys on the list.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying is like you can compare that to Tim Duncan. Exactly. I was just about to say.
And then we look at Shaq. Shaq had Kobe. Like they all
Penny,
Payne,
Wade. Like if you look at Kobe had Shaq. He had Powell. Like Mike had Scott. Like he had all these guys.
Shaq played with 2 top 3 shooting guards of all time.
2 top 25 players of all time. 2 top 30.
To be fair, Tim Duncan won, I think, 2 of his championships without Tony and Manu.
Yeah, but yeah, David Robinson.
He used to have David Robinson towards the end of his career.
He also had
Greg Popovich, obviously the greatest basketball head coach of all time. But
Duncan played with arguably 4 top 100 players ever.
They didn't make the top 100. Tony and Manu didn't make the top 100.
It didn't.
I'm telling you. Okay,
my nigga's the only one that got it out the mud, man.
He played with 2 top 75, really 2 top 50 players of all time, the greatest 6 man ever, and a top 5 point guard of his era. Like,
yeah, I mean,
and a top 2, top 3 coach of all time.
I guess we'll just have to find out. I think we can revisit this conversation after the finals and see what happens because there will definitely be some conversation about Steph being in the top 10. But let's get into just actual predictions for this series. Ethan, let's start with you, man. How many games do you think this goes, and who's taking it?
Game 7's in Oracle. It's going to be Golden State in 7.
Jaysen?
Celtics in 7.
Marcus? Say it again, Marcus. Come closer, a little bit closer to the mic.
Momentum in 6.
Golden State?
Yep.
Golden State in 6. And Dev?
Got Golden State in 6, man.
All right. Well, y'all heard me earlier. I'm going with Celtics in 7. I think that's I want to see it too. I want to see Jayson Tatum get his first championship.
I don't.
I do.
The Celtics winning a ring is not good for the league.
It's not good for basketball. Bad
The
basketball.
Warriors winning a ring just makes them want to get out of here. Retire. I don't need nothing more to prove. Get the hell out of sports. We don't need y'all no more. Let them win this one and we call it a day, man.
The thing is, the Warriors, they're going to continue to be good, man. Jordan Poole is so
James
good.
Wiseman.
And
Let's not forget, Wiseman is just brewing. He's brewing.
ass.
Kuminga's him, though.
Kuminga's got to make a business
the
decision.
cum bucket.
Jaysen, I agree. Hey, do you trade?
Are they going to pay Jordan Poole?
Nah, that's the thing.
Are they going to pay Jordan Poole?
No.
They have to. They have to find a way to pay him.
He's getting at least 100 M's.
They gonna find a way.
I mean,
you got to trade Wiggins though, probably.
Wiggins is. I think
you trade Wiggins.
Probably gone too.
I think your best bet is you win the finals. You boost Wiggins' stock tremendously.
Give him good on trade. You trade him for picks.
Trade him for picks, right? Slowly transition Kuminga into that 3, and then your next job after that is who replaces Clay and Draymond.
Well, Poole's going to replace Clay.
Pretty easily.
Clay.
Oh yeah,
Clay.
Poole would be Clay, but that's what I mean. Clay only got 1 year after
He
this.
has to get better on defense first.
And that's the thing too is
he has to go in there and go in the lab and get better on defense.
But that's the thing about see Kuminga being more not Draymond, but more filling that Draymond role, and then you move Moody to the 3, man. Then
I like Moody, man. Moody is even in those little times that he would get in.
He played great in Dallas. He played great in Dallas.
But he was doing some and one stuff. Like I was like, this.
He was good. I think this Boston series, they're gonna need him. They're gonna need him a lot.
They're gonna need everyone because Boston's. I mean, who do you think's the deeper team? Who's the deeper team, Boston or Golden State?
Golden State. Golden State. I don't think it's as close as you think it is.
I don't know. Golden State go what 7 deep?
Nah, they go.
I think Golden State deeper. Yeah, Golden State deep.
Golden State go 9. Golden State go 9 to me.
Golden State deep.
I think Boston goes 7.
Jordan Poole is coming off their bench, man. Like I'm not saying that's deeper, but like Jordan Poole's on their bench, man. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like Golden State is Steph, Clay, Wiggins, Draymond, Looney,
Jordan Poole,
Kuminga.
I guess Moody's in the rotation now. If Gary Payton, if he's back.
I mean, Moody and them, they don't play like minutes.
Bielisa, that's 10. Like
Iggy, is he playing a lot?
Iggy will play. Back. If Iggy plays, that he's going to play. So that's 10. At minimum, he's going to be like 9, 10. Boston.
When I say rotation, bro, I'm talking about players that's playing 20, 25 minutes a night consistently. I don't know about Bielisa and all that.
20 minutes, I think it's unfair. I think 15 would be more fair. 20 minutes, because if you look at that, all of the playoffs, then every team probably has 6 guys. That's what I'm saying. Like you got to go. If you say like 15, then that really sees. You know what I'm saying?
Because I know Celtics play Tatum, Brown, Smart, Horford, Williams, Grant Williams, Derek White. I think that's the only 7.
And Peyton Pritchard, yeah, he gets some run.
He plays a lot. So they go 8, and that's the max.
They go 8.
Yeah, but the thing is, the backup point guard situation, it might get shiesty. And this is coming from a Spurs fan. I like Derek White, but if you're deciding between Jordan Poole and Derek White and you pick Derek White, you got a problem, bud. Not gonna lie to you.
His shot has been broken, man.
He can't shoot, but he is a great, he's just a good role
He started
player.
playing good later in that series.
Yeah. Derek White's not a bad player at all. I think Derek White's
I used to think
solid
he was horrendous.
backup point guard.
Horrendous.
No, the thing is he's good defensively. He can run an offense, but he's not super confident in his shot.
The truth on the Spurs.
Ugly as shit too.
He was
that nigga.
You think
a terrible.
Marcus, that meme of him, like they put him on that graphic.
That donkey.
He looked just like a donkey.
Look just like donkey.
Oh my god! Donkey. He has a strange looking forehead, man. That's a weird looking dude. I'm sorry.
He just had a kid, man. Hendricks.
Hey, he takes charges though, man. He's gritty.
I hope he look like their mama. Let me just say that.
Y'all gonna see them Celtics they're not really them, man. But I'll give them this. They did go through they went through a gauntlet, man. They
battle tested,
Brooklyn,
man. They battle tested.
Then Milwaukee, then the Heat. I mean,
that light skinned fella is different, man.
Maybe they show me something, but right now,
I think we got to go Brooklyn without Middleton. So
no, Milwaukee without Middleton.
Oh man, yeah, Milwaukee. I mean, Milwaukee
Brooklyn had everybody. They were just ass.
Brooklyn just not that good. Let's be honest.
They was never that good.
Yeah, there was a reason they were the 7 seed.
They were
Because
of the playing game. Because of the playing game.
Kyrie missed the whole season, damn near.
And look at their record with him and KD. It's not that much
better. Not
that
they just weren't. They couldn't play defense, bro. They couldn't guard.
Their record wasn't they even with Kyrie and KD. They're not a top 5 seed.
They're top heavy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Steve Nash is not that great of a coach.
No.
Well, it's going to be really exciting. We got game 1 of the NBA Finals starting on June 2nd, and we've got the NBA draft coming up soon, and we're going to do a whole episode about that. I know Dev's really excited. Houston Rockets at the number 3 pick.
Yes,
I can't wait to see Jaden Ivey in that red, white, and blue, man.
Bring him on, man.
I forgot Marcus.
I can't wait to see Jaden Ivey in that red, white, and blue, man. That's what'll really make my day.
Marcus, I forgot you were a Pistons fan, man, but that'll be really cool too.
Keegan Murray to the Rockets.
Keegan Murray.
Let's not say that. I'll do some unspeakable things.
Hey, if you guys like this episode and want to, see that draft episode and want to see Marcus and Dev and Jaysen back,
trust, it's a banger. You're gonna want to
comment, hit the like button.
Some of us
all
may
that
or may
shit.
not be under the influence during that episode. We shall see.
Y'all want to be there, trust. Like the.
But besides that, guys, any final thoughts before we wrap this up?
Hey, if Steph Curry ever wants to be better than LeBron, guess what he got to do? Go back to year 1 and start over.
Sick, man. We gotta get out of here, man. We've been recording too damn long.
One last thing for me, man. This can't last forever, man. What that tweet say about Bron? His time is coming. The Warriors' time is coming up. This shit can't last no longer than this year, man.
Hey, Dave, you counting down the days, right?
We counting down the days. I hope we don't got to come back and look at this and I look like a fool. This is their last year, man. We're done with the Warriors. This is their last year. There's no more. Just let them win and just let them fucking retire. We're tired of them. We're tired, man. We're tired. Shit.
I'm tired.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for our recording. Thank y'all for watching. Again, thank you to Jaysen, Marcus, and Dev for joining us. Really appreciate y'all taking some time out. And once again, for Ethan Hamilton, the young Rottweiler. Yeah, you got to do the bark, man. And 007 Gage Sutton, thank y'all for watching, and we will see y'all next week.
Bye.
It's blooming.
Hey, is this thing on?